they more than got it done today. You and I talked at great lengths before these games. I felt like Northwestern could win this game. I really did. But Michigan had other ideas, and too much at stake for them.
Yeah.
The pride and the tradition that comes.
Wow. I did not see that coming. I mean, I saw a win because it's Northwestern, but I didn't see it like a 50-point game coming from this team. But I mean, impressive. It was senior day at the big house. I didn't go because I got a wedding reception I got to go to after this video. So this might be a little quick, but we'll see. But just an impressive showing for the Michigan seniors. It was senior day at the big house. Davis Warren had his best game of the season. Which is kind of a low bar. It was still under 200 yards passing, but he had a good completion percentage. He had a touchdown pass. Threw a bad interception, but that was really his only flaw of the game. But he was 26 of 35, 195 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, that's by far his best game. So, credit to him. The defense played outstanding. Northwestern did not have a single rushing yard in this game. If I read that stat correctly, they just had nowhere to go, and the passing game was not much either. That Michigan's defense just stood up and stood tall today. By the way, the title of this video, if you're confused, a wildcatter is an oil prospector, and that's kind of the pun that I used for the title of this video. It's a little bit of a reach, maybe. I don't know. It might be clever. I'll take any credit. A friend, I can't take full credit. My buddy, my friend, told me about it. I won't mention him by name. I don't know if he wants his name out there, but he gets full credit though. That said, this video is basically two things: the analysis of the Northwestern Michigan game, and the big news that happened during the week, the Bryce Underwood flip. He went to he flipped from LSU to Michigan, the number 1 recruit in the country. I'm going to give my thoughts on that after the analysis of the game. As far as the game, I mean, what can you say? They just kicked ass. I mean, this was the Michigan team that, it almost felt like last year's championship team came on the field for one more game and just, slaughtered just the opponents like they did all year last year. A lot of the running game, specifically Khalil Mullings, had 3 touchdowns. I'm going to give him the game ball. Just strong runs. Donovan Edwards had a 20-yard touchdown run. There was a late touchdown run. It was just everything went right for Michigan in this game, and it was a good time to do it. Maybe carry some of that momentum. They're going to need all the momentum they need for next week. They got a big one against Ohio State, and I mean, I don't know what the odds are. I'm sure it's like a 10-point favorite. I haven't looked at it, but it's double digits for sure. It's going to be a tough one next week. So, but this was not only was this a good win, it was an important win because now Michigan is bowl eligible, which I know. I mean, the standards have dropped since last year. We won a national championship, and now we're just fighting for bowl eligibility. But it's always important to get that bowl game because it really helps like advertise yourself to recruits, during bowl season. You get to go out to the country and showcase your talents against the best. And although now with the way college football is these days, with with the money coming in, it might be a different animal. And that's where I want to get to my second part of the video, the flip of the number one recruit, Bryce Underwood, who actually played football 20 minutes down the road from Ann Arbor. Michigan pushed hard to get him. He was originally going to LSU, and Michigan threw $10 million, $12 million. There's a lot of donor money involved. I know a lot of people are going to be disgusted. Like, hey, this is a high school kid. How could you do this? I don't know where I stand. I see both sides, because for years college football has made a ton of money off of these athletes who, I mean, outside of an education, they don't get it. It's an uneven playing field, and these kids put a lot of hard work to make billions of dollars for these universities. And but at the same time, college is supposed to be for education, so I can see both sides. I don't know, but at the end of the day, Michigan is adapting to what the world is now, and you have to adapt to win. And whether you like it or not, that's kind of just the world that Michigan's in, and they're changing with the times, and who knows what will happen. I feel like eventually there's going to have to be some sort of rules and regulations with NIL, because right now it feels like it's a little bit of a wild, wild west. Eventually there's going to have to be a cap if there's going to be competitive balance. Because my team, Michigan, they're a major university. They can put up any money that any other school can put up, but it's not going to be fair for the lesser schools like a Northwestern. Although they're building a nice stadium next year. I don't know how lack of money they have, but regardless. It's an exciting time, though. Money aside, this kid looks like a true athlete. He looks like he's already better than all of our quarterbacks on our roster, like with the high school, with all the highlights I've seen. So it's an exciting time, and apparently there's like a domino effect, because a lot of his buddies who are like 4-star receivers and everything, they might be following suit. So yeah, we're looking for crumbs of anything this year. It's been a bad year for Michigan, but I think Michigan's going to rebound quite nicely next year. We'll see what happens also with the investigations with the Connor Stallion scandal and how hard of the hammer it comes down. I suspect from all the reports, like, I could be wrong. It could be just a fine and a suspension. But who knows? Who knows what's coming from that? NCAA is kind of a mess anyways. But, hey, Michigan got their title, and we got a 50-6 win today, and we got the number one recruit. So, all in all, it's a good time, and it's a good week. But, yeah, my game ball goes to Kalel Mullings. He kind of faded over the last few weeks. You haven't really heard much from him, but he came on strong today. I don't know how many yards he got rushing, but he had 3 touchdown rushes. The running game in general was just very strong, and they wore out Northwestern's defense. And the final, again, 50-6 in Ann Arbor. And it's on to Columbus for some school in Ohio that I don't know. It's one of those Ohio State universities. Apparently, they have to say because there's other Ohio State universities. I never understood that. It annoys me. But anyways, that'll wrap things up here. My next report will be tomorrow for the Colts-Lions game. The Lions are in Indianapolis. It should be a little bit closer than the Jacksonville game, but I think Michigan or the Lions will win that one by at least a couple touchdowns. We'll see how that goes. The next Michigan game, obviously, is in Columbus. But I also have next week there will be 2 Lions reports because after the Colts, I'll be at Ford Field for the Thanksgiving game for the Chicago Bears. So kind of a busy week next week. But that'll do it for me from here. Until then, go Lions, go Blue, go Pistons, go Red Wings, go Tigers, and y'all have a good night.